Millard to Deani, who slams it home.
Monica right from the left block, layup good.
Parker drives it through the hole to right. Hunt comes around to score. The Cavs win. Pierman dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
They kind of had a high-level expectation for me and passed that on to me where I expected a lot of myself.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Molly Millard, number 6 on the women's lacrosse team. We've got a lot of great highlights coming up for you on today's show, including the men's and women's lacrosse doubleheader at Syracuse. But first, here's your play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
Adam, for us, is an enthusiastic guy. We're starting to take our cue from him a little bit. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and I think it carries over to the defense. So, you know, that's certainly a part of our game. Where I think we're ahead of where we were a year ago, and I think we're going to continue to get better.
Welcome back to the show. This week, our men's basketball team hosted 2 games in less than 48 hours. Miami on Thursday and Wake Forest on Friday. Let's check out the highlights.
The Cavalier game highlights are presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Feeds up to Baker. Baker's between the circles. Kicks out, left wing. Three-pointer from Landisberg is up and good. The ball fake from the three-point range on that left wing. He'll set a bounce feed to Landisberg. Here's a heat check. Sylvan knocks another one down. Deani back to Landisberg. Landisberg leans back and slashes through a three-pointer from the right wing, his third of the night. Well, Hurdle will send it over to the other side. Now a long three-pointer. Jackson Clinton rattles one through from the top of the circle. McClinton with a nice jump step inside. Dishes off to Graham. His shot swatted away again. This time Soroye swats it to the right side, and now Virginia going the other way. Jones takes it inside, nearly turns it over, but Soroye reaches up, grabs in the loose ball, and lays it off the window and good. Errant pass controlled by Landisberg. Moving in transition, his pass to Tucker. Tucker passes back to Jones, top of the arc, steps inside the arc, uncorks the jumper, and he hits it with a foul. All tied up at 48 points apiece. Step back three-pointer from McClinton, touches all nylon. 3 minutes, 55 seconds to play. Jeff Jones uncorks a three-pointer, and he hits it from the left side. 3 minutes, 14 seconds to play. Sylvan Landisberg pass deflected into the air. Nice play by Thomas.
It was a post pass that got taken away from us. The zone, I think, had a wear-down effect in terms of us playing a little bit mentally back on our heels. That went to man-to-man. It was a switching man-to-man as it was a little bit in the first half. And when you have that, and we faced that many times before, you should be able to attack off the dribble, and we didn't do a good job.
Cavaliers coming in man defense. Here's a feed. McClinton gets alone from 3, and he punishes Virginia as he knocks one down from the right side. Now Tucker sends over to Baker. Baker, nice crossover as he weaves his way through the defense. Floats a runner up and good.
A. Smith is more than capable of running this Wake Forest offense.
And Baker has the ball taken away.
I'd much rather shoot the basketball, miss, take a bad shot and miss. You know, throw a hook shot from half court and miss, then turn it over, because it leads to easy basket.
7 seconds to shoot now. Baker spots the shot clock. He's going to go to work. Puts up a long three-point try. That is good. So the Deacons trying to set things up. James Johnson goes baseline, fading away. Oh, degree of difficulty, about a 9.5 on that one. Here's a pull-up jumper, and Mamadi Diani buries it from the right side.
What you want to see is a competitive spirit from the group.
Tucker with a nice bounce feed to Scott, who throws it down with a one-hand jam. Virginia with a basketball, moving the other way, chance to get the lead. Landisberg into Scott. Scott in traffic, floats the shot up, no good, up close. The longer Virginia hangs around, the tighter things are going to get for Wake Forest. Teague takes it inside, he floats one up, no good, but what a follow.
Unfortunate for us, they got those second shots and made us pay, and essentially that was the difference in the game.
They're joined by Diani, Scott, and Soroye. Scott gets the ball inside, floats the shot up and in with the right hand. So Virginia climbs back to within 3.
They score over 50% of their points in the paint. And so, of course, Virginia taking that away with the zone right now.
Smith passes out to Teague. Teague pump fakes and now lets it fly and cashes in on a big three-pointer.
You give a good player an open shot at that time of the game, odds are they're going to make it, and he did, and McClinton did the other day, and that's what players do.
Only the most accomplished students at Virginia earn the honor of living on the lawn. One of those students happens to be the ace of our baseball team's pitching staff. Andrew Caraway is your Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is brought to you by the Cavalier Team Shop online, where every purchase benefits academic support for UVA student athletes.
Living on the lawn is an amazing experience. The coolest thing for me is being able to open my door and see the oak trees and the green grass and the sun shining right there. Every day I open it, it takes me back for a second. The best is when it's warm outside and people are outside playing and you can go toss a football, or there's actually a girls lacrosse player, Katie Shannon, who lives 2 doors down from me. And so one day last semester we were out there. It was just a Saturday where not much was going on. We were just out there playing on the lawn, throwing the football around, throwing the lacrosse ball around with her lacrosse stick, and things like that are just days that you wish you could have forever. The coolest part of it is looking at that roster of names and seeing 1895 and thinking that somebody actually lived in this room in 1895, and every year since there's been someone in it, and it's a very, very awesome experience.
To go through the McIntyre School of Commerce is a challenge here at the university, and he's embraced that and has performed very, very well. And that's a challenge for a young 21 or 22-year-old young man, is to balance his desire to be great on the athletic field, but also his desire to do well academically and succeed, and he's done a great job with it.
Everything I've done, I'd have to give so much credit to my parents. They kind of had a high-level expectation for me and passed that on to me, where I expected a lot of myself. There's a picture of me when I was 3 years old, actually. I was at my grandparents' house, and they had one of those rolls of paper towels that had finished up, and so it's just a little cardboard roll of paper towels, and I'm hitting off a tee with it. I actually started playing traveling baseball when I was 10. I was on a team when I was 10, then I was on a team when I was 12. And from the time that I was 12 until my last year of high school, I always played kind of the most competitive level of traveling baseball year-round, like you hear about. But I came up to a camp at Virginia after that, and they saw me play at the camp, and I kept in contact with them. Ended up committing, I think, in October, a few months later.
He knew that he was taking a chance to come here, that he needed to get better and improve himself, and boy, he sure has.
Mike Ballard, come in, he was a guy that just pitched right to our system. And being able to come in and see an older guy like that do it like you're supposed to, it shows you and you know what you're going to have to do for the next 3 years. Casey Lambert really showed me what it means to compete on the mound. He was one of the ACC's best closers of all time, and that guy was just a bulldog. I mean, he wasn't going to back down from anybody. I mean, you need that once you come in as a young guy. You need some guys to show you the ropes, and they did it for me.
What makes Andrew successful as a pitcher is, he's got great command of his fastball. He's got a good off-speed pitch, a good changeup, and he just knows how to pitch. He has an understanding of how he wants to get hitters out. He's very calm on the mound, and he doesn't let bad things that happen throughout a game affect his ability for his team to win.
There are a lot of things I want to do, and so I'm not going to be a guy that sits in the minor leagues for 7 years, but I've got to give it a shot, and I'm not sure where this thing's going to end up. I think I've still got some room to grow and some places where I can get better. Walking down the lawn to graduate, it's going to be a very bittersweet experience. I really love my time here, and it's gonna be sad to go, and I'm definitely gonna come back and visit, and I'm gonna miss the times that I've had. But I have had 4 great years, and so when I do walk down the lawn, I can walk down the lawn satisfied, knowing that I've done a lot of things here that I can be happy with.
Visit the Cavalier Team Shop online at virginiasports.com and take advantage of this week's special offer.
Last weekend, our women's swimming and diving team entered the ACC Championship as the defending champions. Let's take a look at their performance in this year's event in our Cavalier Flashback.
Cavalier Flashback is brought to you by the Virginia Lottery. More than $3 billion to K-12 public education since 1999. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools.
It's just a wonderful group of kids who it didn't start in September, it started in February, right after they won last year. They wanted to try to do it again, and they really dedicated and focused themselves on that task, and I'm thrilled for them. I think they're very deserving champions this year. The thing that thrilled me the most, we were able to win all 5 relays, and we got the lead early on. We were able to maintain our composure and our focus and our intensity and just keep pushing the envelope as far as we could. This was a very amazing meet in terms of performance from all the athletes in the ACC, school records, conference records, meet records. It's a real tribute to all the kids from all the schools that have done so well.
After hosting Boston College on Senior Day, our 21st ranked women's basketball team traveled to Tallahassee to take on the league-leading Seminoles. Here's the story in our Women's Basketball Spotlight.
The Women's Basketball Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
And my little sister is the one standing beside her. Ain't she pretty? Yes, say yes, everybody say yeah. Brandy, I just want to tell you that you can do anything. Anything. I'm just gonna say that I love you because I'll be up here crying all day.
Swinging top of the key to Kristen London. London, one dribble going left baseline to Littles. The jumper from 10. Nothing but nylon. And here's Aisha in the front court, leading the break. Down the lane with the left hand. Wow.
How you all doing?
Right baseline, 10-foot jumper off the window, no good. Rebound Mohammed, left hand layup falls.
Coming to Virginia, that make me a better person, make me a good player, and get to know a lot of people, good people, families, my teammates. They're all there for me, my coaches, they're all there for me, especially Debbie Ryan. She's like mom to me. If something kind of like bothers me, I go meet her and talk to her about it, and she advised me like my mom.
Picked off by Milner on the inbound pass. Brittany the other way, down the lane, laid it in with the right hand.
I want to thank all you guys so much for all your continued support and making me a better person and helping me grow into that woman I need to be. So this is short and sweet, and just thank you, everybody.
That's Brittany.
Milner will skip it left wing to Kristen London, will ball fake and look at it with 7 to shoot, and shoot the 3. Left, yes! Yes, ma'am.
Milner off the screen from Mohammed, got to the free throw line and kicks it right corner. London, a 3, yes!
I mean, I just like to shoot.
Right wing to London. London driving right baseline. We'll skip it to Milner, wide open shot, fake layup.
It just feels good to help my teammates and just like contribute in any way that I can, whether it's on the bench or off the bench or in the classroom, out of the classroom, anything like that. Like, I mean, that's what a team is.
From the Donald L. Tucker Center with Florida State winning the tip. And right at the start from the right wing, a 3 from Courtney Ward. They double Mohammed. She bounce passes to right on the right baseline, whipping it left corner to Milner. Now Littles for 3. Left side, yes. Good defense by Mohammed. Battle for the rebound on the floor. Mohammed rips it out of there and got it to Milner. Cavs moving left to right, up the left sideline to right. To a filling Lindra Littles. Lay it in high off the window against Davis Payne.
I just thought we had a great deal of toughness today. And, you know, this team has been tested. It's been battle tested. We've played in the most hostile arenas in the country all year. We've been playing away in tough environments. We've been playing against very tough teams, and we've just developed a little bit of a toughness ourselves.
Monroe against Mohammed will pass it out to Ward, who runs over right. Offensive foul on Ward as Wright, standing at half court, took the charge. Cavalier ball.
You know, we've hit some teams at some really tough times in terms of the emotion that we've had to see against some of the best teams. We hit Florida State when they're trying to win a championship. I mean, we've been in tough environments, and I was just so proud of my team because of the way that they approached this. And they had a great resolve from the start. They prepared well for this game, and they felt very strongly that they could do a much better job than they did in Charlottesville. I was just really proud of their toughness and the way they played.
Rebound, Littles down the lane and laid it in with the right hand. Oh, what a follow from Lindra. Cavaliers within 3. Looking for someone to pass to. Mohammed crossing over on Millard, driving down the lane, layup with the left hand. Right corner to Moore, driving right baseline.
I thought Ari had a really strong game. Ari came to the huddle at one point with about 3 minutes to go and said, we're not going to lose this game. I mean, she was being popped to the floor about every time she tried to get a rebound, so she sort of was taking it personally, and she just played very, very strong tonight, and I thought really played a very heady game at the end.
Our men's and women's lacrosse teams had top 5 showdowns on the road on Friday as we traveled up north to take on Syracuse. We've got those game stories and more in our Olympic Sports Spotlight.
Timms beats his man. Timms at goal, gets hit in the back, flips a pass to Stanwyck, who catches it on one bounce, centers it out. Thompson, shot, goal!
I don't understand how these two teams play this kind of game, game in and game out. Here we are 25 games into this series, and I think we might be ahead by 1 goal, total.
Danny Gladding behind the goal at X, picks up the screen from Stanwyck. Gladding turns, fires, scores on the bounce shot! Past John Galloway. Virginia leads again, 3-2. Danny Gladding made it look easy. Miller trying to run out himself, and he gets absolutely leveled by Brian Carroll. The ball's loose around midfield, and it's picked up by the Cavaliers. Danny Gladding has it at the midfield stripe, turns around, finds Steve Giannotti. Giannotti throws it to Carroll. Carroll fires upper left corner. Goal, Virginia.
What a shot by Brian Carroll there.
Danny Gladding behind the pipes, coming up the right pipe now. Centers himself, fires low, score, Virginia. Danny Gladding burst up the right pipe and sent it past John Galloway.
If he had bumped it over a little bit quicker, over to Hawley, Hawley would have had a shot there.
Garrett Billings finds himself in front of the goal, shot, and another one by Virginia. Chamel looking for the right-handed shot, spins towards the goal, beats his defender inside, shot, goal, Virginia again.
Those middies are starting to come on for us a little bit, and he began to display the kind of player that we think he's going to be, and he's still a young guy and getting better.
Gill turns, gives to Stanwyck, out front Chamel Bratton, feeds on top, Billings low, crank, goal, Virginia again! Cavaliers pouring it on in the 3rd quarter.
Adam for us is an enthusiastic guy. We're starting to take our cue from him a little bit. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and I think it carries over to the defense.
Chamel makes the catch at the Syracuse logo, dodging in against a short stick. Chamel down the left pipe. Chamel fires and scores off the off hip of John Galloway. Defender pushing him to his right, he'll go to the right. Chamel down the right pipe, now spins back towards goal. Cranks a shot, upper right corner! Oh my goodness! He just hit an elevator into the top shelf of Galloway.
A lead is never safe against these guys, and I told that to our kids, over the last couple of days. The games with Syracuse are 60 minutes long.
Danilo attacking the goal, feeds up pipe, then shot, goal! Stanwyck running the clock out with 5, throws it up high in the air, and it's taken by Galloway, but it doesn't matter. Good night. Virginia has come into the Carrier Dome, and they win by 1.
I was proud of our effort overall, and certainly anytime you come up here and get a win, you got to be happy with that.
playing a great Syracuse team and coming out on top makes everybody feel really good. But I have to say it was a total team effort. Brittany Kalkstein on the draw controls was amazing. Our attackers were sharp. Ashley McCullough led the way with 2 goals and 5 assists. Jenny Hauser came out on fire. I think whenever she hits her first shots, good things usually happen throughout the course of the game. She used her speed. She's a true lefty. She hadn't played in our first 2 games. I'm not so sure that Syracuse knew that she was ready to go for tonight. So I think she used that kind of sneak attack to our advantage. Hagerman was awesome too. She had a bunch of great opportunities, but she was in the right place at the right time, and really just great teamwork all around. Our defense was really stingy as well. Syracuse attackers are for real. I mean, there's a bunch of kids there that are going to be All-Americans, and our whole team, including Lauren Benner, just did a great job matching up with them.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Molly Millard, and we'll be back next week with more great stories and highlights from Virginia athletics. Until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.